Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man proudly presents, you know what it is. Say what? It is Wednesday night, so you know we are coming correct. Got lots to talk about, or do we? Will we agree or will we disagree? Who knows? But before we jump into that, definitely we want to go through our sponsorship. We got a new sponsor today. Sponsor that, pretty much, says it all. And for a lot of you cats out there that might be bald right now, you need some hair. I think this sponsorship is going to help you out. This show is sponsored by the one and only Will Foxification's fast-growing hair care products. Yes, it is Will Foxification's hair crack. It is his hair crack. If you want your hair to grow, yes, you already know. Reach out to Will Foxification. That's Will Rastafication's fast-growing hair care products. I'm telling you, it works. Look at Will. He was bald last week, but
That's
look
true.
what happened. Man,
He changed.
he
changed
changed
fast.
overnight. Dreadlocks, jean jacket. I mean, he went full Rastafarian on everybody. So yes, it is full-fledged Will Foxification's fast-growing hair care products. It is Will Foxification's hair crack. Bumble clock. Boop, 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 boop.
Oh my god, dude! What a
Best
sponsorship!
promotion. Best sponsorship.
Oh
ever.
my
That is
God.
sponsorship. That is
Clearly the
sponsorship
best,
all
bro.
day. But anyway, let's go.
You muted.
You
Oh,
muted.
yeah,
You muted.
Leo.
You're there. You go.
Oh,
There
You
you,
hear
go.
me?
There we go. There we go. There we
Yeah, I
go.
can hear you now. Yeah.
okay, cool. Now, right now, y'all can't hear me, but the actual promo, the intro video was playing. So my computer's jacked. Anyway,
Really?
yes, it's crazy. Anybody, I don't, Max, they do their own thing. And anyway, thank you for basically coming in today. This is Will Fox. No, Will Fox. This is Say What?
Classification
Will
on your mind, bro.
Rossification's
It's on your
hair
head.
care products. Will Rossification's hair crack. Tell me out there, y'all like the new sponsorship? Literally, it can help. I'm telling you, it helps. Look at Will. Last week he was bald,
That's
but
true.
I'm telling you, it is on point. If it helps y'all out, this is why we basically do it. Hi, welcome. Thanks for having everybody here. We got a lot to actually go over. I hope you like the thumbnail because that shit was serious. I put time into it. I was angry when I did it, and it came out the way I needed it to because I needed to express myself. Anyway, I'm frightened, but we'll get into that in just a few moments. Thank you for everybody and to being here tonight and for this incredible panel. Let me actually bring them on with me, man. Come on, man. We got a list of incredible folks here with us tonight. We got Will Foxification. We got Riley in the building. And we got Ben Thomas. Man, come on. This is Canadian Ben. What's up,
Canadian
bro? Canadian Ben. That's his
Loving
name.
it.
Canadian Ben. How you doing, bro? How you doing today, Ben?
I am awesome, man. I got stuck in the rain with my fiance on the way to get some nachos tonight, so I was racing home, and she pulls out this gift for me, and she had some stickers of the Ben Thomas show made up for me.
Nice.
total
dude.
surprise.
Awesome.
Yo,
So
that's
super
dope.
nice.
That's a
Made
winner
my
right
night
there.
for sure. So
Yes.
yeah, definitely. It's been a good day. I got a perma smile on my face, and I'm ready to go. So
There you go. And you know
Nice.
what? I'm gonna tell you, man. It's a lot of that going around because you know what puts a smile on my face, brother? Will Rossification hair products. It is Will
Who would have guessed?
hair products. I'm telling you that Will hair crack. That is top tier sponsorship. I'm telling you, Will
Bro.
Rossification's hair growing hair care products, fast growing hair care products. I'm telling you.
Oh
Now,
my
here's the
God.
thing.
Bro, we offer better payment installments than Sideshow.
Exactly.
So, you know,
Better
True.
premium
If
installment.
anything, y'all should
Exactly.
subscribe.
And you
They
actually
will
ship the
not take
products.
your sides.
Yeah.
Look, they won't take they won't take your money and hold on to your product for like a month. You'll get that probably in about a couple of days. So definitely, if you want some of this,
They say no
It's-
Toys Wonderland. So, yeah,
Oh.
this is Rossification we're talking about here.
it's just Rossification hair care products. Will, how you doing, brother?
Good, man. Happy to be here. I'm actually uploading the reggae music to my soundboard. So I almost had it ready in time. But if we run the sponsor maybe a little bit later in the show, I can play it. So, you know, it's
Okay.
but it's in
Gonna
progress.
Turn
But
my lights
how-
green.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Happy to be here. Happy to be a new sponsor for the show. So yeah, man.
Yes.
That I didn't put the the hair on tonight. I got a haircut, so it's it did grow like Lael said. It's very much true. I grew those dreads in like a little over a week. You can too if you subscribe. So, but yeah, man, just happy to be here. And, it's going to be a blast talking about cable. And it sounds like from our conversation in the back room, like what Lou was talking about, it's going to be a fun conversation. So.
It's definitely going to be a fun
Really
conversation. It's
excited,
going to be
bro.
a really interesting conversation.
Yeah,
We'll see how it goes.
So fun. I didn't get an intro.
Give it time. Give it time.
Give it time, bro. Give it time. You're going to have your own intro coming soon. Pop, Lock, and Lou next week.
Pop, lock,
Anyway.
and Lou.
No. I mean, you didn't introduce me. He's like, oh.
I didn't get to you
Well,
yet.
he just hit me first. That's
I'm
why.
getting everybody.
Yeah.
I went to Ben. I went to Will. I didn't get to you yet. I'm saving you last.
Yeah,
Riley,
saving you
what's
for the
going on?
Pop, lock, and Lou last.
Pop, Lou last. Riley, views.
What's
Party,
up?
how
What's
you
up?
doing?
What up? I'm doing great, man. I'm excited, and we gotta get the Rasta vibe. So I gotta turn this green. You already know.
There
so
you
we're,
go.
we're in the building. Here we go. And I'm excited for the show tonight. Let's get it started. Lou's ready. I see him hyped and excited. But yeah, we got some stuff to talk about.
He got that
cable.
green yellow on. Got that.
Yeah.
Will
Throw it up.
fast growing hair care products. Boom, boom, boom.
That lion, dude. That's what I like the best. The lion.
That's a sick logo. Oh my god, dude. This is gonna be a fun show. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Anthony had it too, though. Did you see his?
Yeah, I
You guys
saw
see
that too.
Yeah.
Anthony posted that
Yes, he
once. He had
did.
the dreads too, so it wasn't just me.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And we're going to jump into that too. Anyway,
Oh my god.
thanks for everybody being here. And not last but not least, we got Loco Tripod Daddy Lou in the building. And on top of that, right now he's doing a little bit of I want to call trolling now, especially since he got that Colossus out, knowing what tonight's topic is going to be. A little disgruntled topic, but we're gonna jump into that a little bit. Lou, what's going on with you, man? How you doing, brother? Are you it's first of all, before you even answer, did you put some of that Will Rossification hair care products on your beard, bro?
No. I put it on the head, baby. It's on the head. See, look. It's starting.
Damn,
You see,
Foxy.
when dead hair is starting to static a little bit, that means
Yeah.
it's gonna start locking. Once it starts once I get the twists in, forget about it. Now I'm a get my Rastafarian on. You feel me?
Hell yeah, bro. So glad, man. Thank you for getting that roster on, bro. We welcome that all day, every day. And we
Man, love
welcome
to
you,
be-
everybody out there in the chat. Before I introduce you guys again, I do want to stress that we are still moving full-fledged on the Halloween initiative. Yes, it is the Halloween initiative. All proceeds, anything that you actually donate in super chats will go towards the Halloween initiative. So none of that, everything, all proceeds, I'm talking about everything that comes through super chat, go towards this. This is what I'm dedicated to. I'm so excited about it. This is basically helping underprivileged kids get costumes, celebrate Halloween the way they should, all the festivities. So this is going towards not only just a women's shelter, but at the same time, Still High Elementary School, to make sure that they do also have costumes, that they're supplied. Again, we're making sure that it's a good Halloween for everybody. And on top of that, all proceeds, and whenever you do donate, your name is going to go on one of the costumes given to the kids. So there's a couple of things that we already actually got started. On top of that, there's going to be a video dropping later on tonight. It's either going to be on tonight or tomorrow, because we're going to actually have a raffle. This raffle was inspired by Funky Cold Santa. He has actually donated a iron scavenger from Jazz Inc. The iron scavenger, he donated it. It's going to be a raffle going up. There's going to be slots to be filled. And once we fill those slots, it's going to be good to go. Like straight up, like I said, I mean, you fill the slots, and then we're going to go ahead and spin and have a lucky winner for that raffle. But that's going to be coming up. There's going to be a video talking about it and how you can actually enter. Again, even those raffle proceeds goes towards this common cause. Again, we want to make sure. So thank you so much, everybody. It's been a blast so far. We've gotten so many donations, and I'm happy about it. So thank you very much. Hey, be a drop chat and everybody that's out there, and some of the super chats that did come through. We got Sean Smith. He actually donated a $5 super chat. He says, 1/6 scale man, $20.99. I hope this helps. I buy Hot Toys, dead stock comic stores for the kids. I use my work bonus for them. Yo, you are the man. That is
Awesome.
amazing, bro. Thank you. That is awesome work, man. I do appreciate that, and I'm pretty sure they do as well. We also got DJ in with a $1.99 super chat. What's up, gents? How you doing, bro? Again, that is going to go towards as well. So thank you for the donation. We also got a $2 super chat that had nothing to do with Halloween initiative. It was Carlos talking about why is Will and Riley here? Man, Carlos, come on, brother. But thank you for the $2 super chat because that's going in as well. Also, we got a $5 super chat by Malika Mabane. He's coming through, man. He said, peace and love to the family. Peace and love to you, my brother. Looking all smooth. He's like, yeah, man.
That's a smooth motherfucker right
He
there.
updated his photo.
Hey,
He
it
updated
is.
his photo. I'm digging it.
Photo. He's like, he's saying, man, I'm smooth. I'm smooth as shit.
Yeah.
Smooth as shit, and I'm donating $5, and I'm still
Yep.
smooth. I'm just super smooth. But anyway, let me actually go through and address everybody else that's here when my computer just wants to stop playing. We got, let's see here, Dockinator, the Booty King. That's his name. His name is no longer
Booty King.
Dockinator. His name is Booty King. The Booty King Dockinator. He's adopted that name. We got Spice running the building. We got Carlos out there. Bro, trying to get on this panel so I can bash the fuck out of this figure. You gonna get on, Carlos? Do y'all want Carlos on, bro?
I told him, I was
No,
like, yeah,
no.
dude, hop on if Lael, is cool with it.
So let me
He's
say,
gonna be toxic. He's gonna be toxic. So bring him.
He's gonna be toxic.
That's
He's gonna be toxic. So bring him.
Toxic
good
and
idea, Lou.
Carlos.
Good
Yep.
idea.
we invite Carlos on here, man, because and his ass better get on here too. So I'm gonna invite Carlos to come on in here and join the festivities and the conversation, man. So here we go. Here we go. He said he wants to bash it. There you go, Carlos. Come on in. I just sent you the link, bro. Let's go all day, bro.
Oh,
But anyway, yes, man, we got Spice running the building. We got let's see here, Riley's out there. We got Nick. Nick's Collectibles is in the building. My man, the incredible Nick is out there. Bob Dylan, Bobby D is in the building, man. Good job, Bob is in the building. Thank you for being here. We got Line Light Journeyman in the building. Who else we got? Do Monica in the building. Kinky Sphincter is here as well. We got Trimble Dust. Will's out there as well. We got Ren Salentino. We got 111 people watching. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Make sure that you do so right away. Let's see who else we got, man. We got, let's see here, Philip the Fool, Malika Mabane, Do Monica. Let me see who else we got. We got Daryl Smith in the building. We got the amazing, the incomparable Luminar is in the building. We got Pure Stewage, Blue Tattoo. Let's see who else we got. Yuli the Second Kid. Let's see here. We got Calvin Williams, my guy. Calvin Williams is in the building. Who else we got? Joe Mama 007 is in the building. Who else we got? Feezy Figures is here as well. We got Windman 42 in the building. My guy, man, my mellow Windman is actually out there. Who else we got? DT Artman. Let's see here. Who else we got? Quite a few. Bloodsport number 1 is in the building. More Worship is in the building. Thank you for being here. Who else we got, man? Tyria is in the building. Mike Fiella, Blitz 0065. The Collectors in the building as always. We got Tobar Keith is in the building. Vibes is in the building. We got Danis Gomez is in the building. We got Brother Cousins, Booty King, the Booty King, the first Booty King, Brother Cousins behind the screen, but we're gonna see him in a minute. AJ Agrusa, Yuli the Second Kid, Bloodsport, Dale A is in the building. Aaron Bowman or what is that? Brovman is in the building. Who else we got? Angel is in the building. Jonathan King. Let's see here else we got. Leon Walker is in the building. We got so many people out there, man. If I haven't said your name off the top, I will continue on later on, but I'm so glad that everybody's actually here with us tonight. What else did we got? Do we got anything else going on that I haven't seen yet? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, yeah, we got a couple more super chats that actually came through. $5 super chat by S Beam. SBB, Will Rossification. I'm probably one of the few that may defend the cable. Oh, okay, we got another one that's going to defend it. We got Trimble Dust number 5, $5 super chat. Respect the man named Will Rossification. Hey, big up. Yeah, self-made. Yep. Yeah, there you go, my God.
That's so
God.
ridiculous.
Wow.
Very creative comment though.
You gotta study up on your.
I know. I really got to study up on that shit though.
Let's bring guys in. We got none other than Brother Cousins, and we got
Hey,
my man.
Yo. Oh my God.
What's
Who's
up,
the guy at the
what's
bottom? Who's this guy at the bottom?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? What's up with this new moniker, the Booty King? Booty King, I kind of
Yeah, Booty King is pretty nice.
Booty King.
We got Akinator. He's the booty king. I named him the booty king, bro, because he knows about the booty. But I have to give you respect because you always, bro. You need to have a set. You know what, bro? You need to have a segment just to check. How they do tread watch on Sideshow. You need the booty watch, bro. Make sure you
booty
do
watch.
it.
Booty watch.
Booty watch.
I'd watch that.
Booty watch.
Booty
all
watch.
day,
Booty
every
watch. We got a graphic coming and everything.
That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be super dope. We got a $5 super chat by my man Marmello, Ben Thomas. Halloween initiative. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. Always, bro. You have to. You're on the panel.
Do it for
too.
the
Thank you
kids.
so much.
For the kids.
Do it for the kids, definitely. And we got Brandon Salad for the kids down by the bay. There you go. Yo,
Wow.
I'm telling you,
That was
real
perfect.
rostification is gonna take off, bro.
It's a hit,
I'm telling
bro,
you.
already.
It's a hit. It's a hit already. It's gonna take off.
Right.
But you know what? It ain't gonna take off. The bullshit
See, it
that we
worked.
got this week.
Hear that reggae music?
Oh, I
man?
hear it. I hear
Oh,
it.
you, okay, you got reggae
Decent.
music?
See? That's about as loud as I can get it, but hear it in there.
So he wants
Oh,
us to
yeah, let's
advertise
get it.
again.
It's on like 5 volume.
Yeah. You know, modifications, fast-growing hair care products,
God.
all day, every day.
I don't know if this turns it up.
Big
That
up.
turn it
Yeah,
up?
that's better.
That's
Sounds
better. Will Ratifications, fast-growing hair care products. It is Will Ratifications hair crack. All day, every day.
Bro.
Oh my God.
It only took like 20 minutes to upload that, but it's on there.
It is definitely on there, man. I mean, anyway, thanks for everybody being here tonight. But so, Carlos,
Yeah.
I know why you're here, bro. I know why you're
Of
here.
course.
I know why
course.
most of the people are here. And the thing is, look, I don't want people to think that I'm going to completely shit on this figure because I'm not. There's some good points, it's some high points, and there's some low points. More lows than many, in my opinion. But it's just my opinion. But I just think that they could have did better. And I wanted to actually bring on this particular photo because I think it begs the conversation, especially with this crazy looking ass piece that we have here. I don't know. I don't know what Hot Toys thought they were doing, but at the same time, with the competition that's already out there, come on, man, you got to step it up. You have to step it up. Like literally you do. This body, to me, in my opinion, to me, look at that arm. His arm is literally, his head is bigger than everything else on his body, bro. Like literally, even bigger than the gun. He got a big ass head, bro. Like straight up. And somebody actually put this side by side with Josh Brolin. And I'm like, man, like what is going down? Like, is this what we come to? Carlos, I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save you for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I know
save him,
you got
save
a lot
him.
to say. Will, I'm gonna go. Will,
You wanna go-
I'm gonna go to you first, bro.
You want to go to me, dude? Okay.
I'm gonna go to you immediately to you first, bro. 'Cause I'm gonna save Lou and Carlos for last. But I'm gonna go to because
Okay.
the thing is, I know it's sentimental to one person really on this panel right now because he's been waiting for this cable for a minute. I'm sorry, brother cousins.
I know.
Poor brother cousin.
Poor brother cousins, man. Will, yeah, bro. What was your thoughts? Because I didn't get a chance to talk to you, but what was your thoughts when it's dropped and you saw it, bro?
Dude, it's funny because I saw the photos when I woke up the next morning. I think Riley had sent them to me or somebody. Someone told me they came. Riley's usually the first one to break every piece of news. We know this. Riley is the Adam Schefter of collecting. Like he is, like he breaks everything that's news related. Hot Toys releases, in art, whatever. I wake up and I always have a message from Riley. I'm like, or Carlos for that matter. I'm like, dude, this release, whatever. This cable, man, when I saw this originally, I was like, dude, this looks like shit. Like this looks like, and I feel bad for saying that because Hot Toys, they have some amazing artists, and I really don't mean to shit on their work. When you put the scarf on him, it's really not that bad. When you put the scarf on him, yes, disappointing, but not like Ant-Man head sculpt. It's not that bad, right? It's not like Tony Stank or anything like that. It's not quite to that level. If you take the scarf off of him, things start going awry pretty quickly. Like when you look at this, for example, I love the detail in the body, but even when I know people have thrown this out there, like the original promo, like the original proto, right? The body was thin. It looked thin. And this is
Yeah.
pretty much in line with that. This is how the proto looked. But I guess we all just like thought, oh yeah, that's a lot of detail. They're gonna fix it, right? And they just like never did. And then now we're all kind of most of us are disappointed because we're looking at this and we're like, huh, we waited all this time, got all these delays for Cable, and he turned out looking like this. And I told Carlos this the next day, actually. I was like, dude, this to me, while a little bit better, it looks like the third party one. It looks like the Toys Era one to me. Like that's kind of how I feel about it. And that's not good. Like it's better than that one, I think, but not by much, not as much as I thought it would be. I didn't think the gap would be that narrow, but that's how it looks to me, man. The head, originally I thought it was too small, and now I can't decide if it's too big or too small, but something's wrong, right? Like when I look at it and I'm looking at it without the scarf, it looks out of proportion. Like something's off there. Like the body or the head, something doesn't look human, right? And I get he's kind of cyborg, but he still should look like Josh Brolin, right? So to me, and I guess this was in the proto too, but I guess maybe we were so excited we didn't think about it. The jointed right arm, it kind of bothers me now. Like I'm not sure why, like, but it does.
Bro.
Like I guess it's like one of those things where it's like articulation is better, you know, because you couldn't really pose him if you had it, you know, with seamless because you would destroy the arm over time. But you know, it's one of those where like maybe a swap out would have been nice or something, you know, like where you could put him in a, you know, with a seamless arm, put him with his arms down by his side or something. It's like that arm is bothering me. There's a lot about this figure that I thought I would like more that I'm end up not liking as much now, you know? So it's like something with the execution. Even when I'm looking at this right now, it looks decent. The head sculpt is definitely a downgrade. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not as good as we hoped it would be. It's definitely one of those where you're like, okay, this is like a 15% decline. This is like just outside the threshold, I feel like, of like acceptable, right?
Wait, how much?
Like 15%, 20%.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, in terms of like the sculpt's overall quality, not the size and the proportions, just the sculpt or how it looks like Josh Brolin. But layout, when I look at that, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Josh Brolin definitely had a little more beef to him than this.
Bro, he
right?
had more
But,
beef on his neck. The jawline was more, you know, bro, he was
yeah, he was
beefy,
cutting
bro.
at this point. He was cutting. He was definitely cutting, bro. But it just with the scarf on and the cape or whatever, the poncho, whatever it's called, it looks better. But when you take that off, it reminds me of Clone Wars Darth Maul, where like with the tunic on, he looked pretty good, but then you took the tunic off and he looked like shit. Like it looked terrible. Like it just looked unusable. So it's like Hot Toys have tried to give us both, but by doing that, they've created a lesser figure, I feel like. So it's almost like in the future, I'd almost rather than maybe just do it one way and not give us the body underneath, because it's like, if it's not going to look good, what's the point? And you're charging me for extra for something I'm probably never going to use because it ended up not looking good. So it's kind of like, I like more, but it's got to be good. So, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. But yeah, I canceled my pre-order for this one a long time ago, and I'm pretty happy that I did, to be honest, because I love Cable. I love Cable layout. I love Cable, but this is not a figure that I would be thrilled with in its current state. It does make me a little concerned for Loki. Hot Toys really puts out some bangers too, but and I'll wrap up on this point. Like I was telling Carlos this also, like we don't have products in hand for InArt yet, but if they come out looking like that Joker production piece they showed, or like if they're close to the protos, then Hot Toys cannot be releasing shit like this, because this, even though they have Marvel and Star Wars, that's not gonna save them forever, right? So if InArt's got to deliver, don't hear what I'm not saying. They got to deliver, but if they do start delivering great figures and Hot Toys puts out some shit like this from time to time, it's like that's gonna be a problem. Like, because you're like, what am I pre-ordering? Like am I going to get what I paid for? And like this one, I feel like you're getting a much lesser product than what you thought you were getting. So that's what I think.
Bro, it looks like they hit up sideshows like, yo, do y'all have any leftover bodies we can use? You know, we're running out. We just need a mock-up or something like that. If you can just do it, because again, and I'm just looking at this, I'm just judging it from this. It just doesn't give me. I mean, listen, you know, Lou, follow me. Techno-organic virus. We know this is basically what he's been infected with. And we know that with his telekinesis and a high level of telekinesis that he has, he uses majority of it just to hold that thing at bay so it doesn't spread across his body. With that being said, I like the way it looks. Aesthetically, I like the way the techno version of him looks. Just the transition, like the mashup between the juxtaposition between skin and the mechanics. But they needed to make it a tad bit bulkier, and they didn't do it. This version, actually, if you're following, and anybody out there who's a comic fan, if you're following House of X and Powers of X right now, in that book, there's a younger version of Cable that came back. It's a young version of him. Now in the books, he sacrificed because he needed the older version. He sacrificed himself to bring the old version back. So they did that. But this looks like the younger version of Cable, who was real skinny. It literally skinny. And this is what it basically looks like to me. Now, I don't know if they were looking at that book and said, yeah, that's Cable. But no, like it's really not. And we're paying money. Like you said, like there's competition out there. There is competition. We have InArts, who is legitimate competition at this moment. You know, they are buying for that spot. Even though they don't have the IP, I understand that. But at the same time, it's like, yo, if you waited this effing long to release this piece, and this is what you're going to do, come on, man. Like, literally. And I don't want to shit on it because with his clothes on, he looks like a G. With his clothes off, he looks like McLovin.
Cybernetic McLovin, yeah.
Bro, what did you think about this, bro?
Oh, dude, as I'm in the same thing with you. I mean, I didn't even send this to you. I don't think because you know how it goes. Whenever I like it, I usually do. I sent it to Will because he always likes looking at shit figures. So I sent it to him. But yeah. Oh wow. That's why he sold it. But no, it looks great. I mean, no, it doesn't look great. What am I saying? It doesn't look great without the clothes on. It doesn't look good. But I'm kind of on the same thing with Will, where like, yeah, if you do have the jacket and like you said, like, it does look fine. I think with the cloak and everything, but like we said, it's like you're almost covering the whole, like, because I feel like the main seller to me is when he doesn't have that on. Like I feel like this is the coolest version of him when he doesn't have it. So the fact that they kind of just did the same thing they were gonna do, I don't know, man. Will raises a good point with the prototype because I kind of agree with that. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, this is probably way worse than the prototype. But honestly, if we look at the prototype, it was similar to this when he didn't have the shirt on. He was the same type of thin. Yeah. So it's almost like, I don't know.
I think the prototype, he looks thicker, to be honest.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was damn near it. But yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. It's just
does look really thin in this photo.
He does
looks
look
like
very
Justin Bieber.
Call it what it is.
This picture looks like Justin Bieber, like the future version of Bieber.
The future Bieber.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. But I don't know, man. It's a tough one, and
that's a good comparison.
Like, it is because it almost does. You're almost right. Yeah, if he became
no food in the future, he's malnourished.
Yeah, exactly right. But I don't know, man. It's kind of tough because, yeah, like you said, I know Brother Cousins was not happy with this, given the wait that he was waiting for, and so many other collectors. I mean, this was one where like, where's Cable? Where's Cable? Can we finally get it? And the fact that it got delayed so many times for this final product, I don't know. It's a misstep to me when it comes to Hot Toys. But I mean, we get this time to times when it comes to Hot Toys. Like we said, like back before, like I feel like whenever they go for this, like they add this inclusion where you can take the clothing off and have the shirtless look. It doesn't work. It literally doesn't work. So I just feel like, honestly, just don't tackle it anymore because it's not appealing. When people see this, they kind of look at it more like kind of like a toyetic. Like you see all the joints. It doesn't really look more like a expensive high-end figure that we're probably paying for. I mean, granted, they're still called Hot Toys, but you get what I'm saying. But still, it's not going to be in my collection, but it's a tough one for sure.
And the thing is, if they would have if they would have went thin, right? Even if they did go this version, but the other half of his body make that seamless. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that would have been. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money you're putting into a figure to create a body like that. That's tough. But I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm talking this shit, but I'm going to get the figure because I am going to get it because I basically have Deadpool. I have Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I have also, the Juggernaut and I have it. So I need to just complete that line, but I'm not going to be happy. It's like, you know what? Like somebody says, I can respect your opinion, but I don't like it. I got to purchase the figure, but I just don't like it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Ben, what do you think about this, bro?
It's a crazy time like to be a collector when you think about it, because a week ago and just this last week we've been looking at these screen grabs of two different Batmans from
Yeah.
two different companies, and
Yeah.
they look so good that like
Yeah.
we can barely differentiate what we like more about one or the other. And then
Yeah.
Hot Toys comes out with a release like this one that makes me completely question why I should ever pre-order a figure again. Right? They've
Yeah.
already been struggling with pre-orders up to this point, and this
Yeah.
doesn't give me much confidence that I'd even want to do like a pre-order in the future. I think like for Hot Toys, they would be so smart to improve on every prototype they ever show. Like, get rid of the stigma that we might get a downgrade with the final production. Figure out a way that the first version they show us is always the less superior. Because
Yeah.
if they could give us that reasoning to want to buy these, then I would. But like, I feel
Yeah.
bad for some of the people out there who've been so excited and waiting for this for so long. I've had the Deadpool 2 figure standing by himself here for a year and a half, and I'm thinking Cable or I'm thinking a Wolverine at some point, right? He's going to pair well with either. And that Wolverine that we saw recently is so good, at least in terms of the prototype, that now that I've seen this Cable, I'm like, I know that they don't come from the same movie, but I think together they're going to look pretty cool, right? It sucks because I think that the way that they've marketed this figure, kind of like you guys said, they should have either given us the half naked version of Cable that was beefed up and like looking ready to be half naked, or marketed him with clothing on. Because I even think of my Bane figure, my original Hot Toys Bane that I've got behind me. You know, when I take his outer jacket off and he's just got his vest on, he looks real tiny. The difference for Bane is you can go out and you can go get a Fison body and swap him out and make him look beefier. But because this guy has a cybernetic arm, you can't do that. So it takes that feasibility away, that ability to customize it to at least get it closer to being happy for the people who were really, really excited. I think if the head sculpt was just a little bit closer to Josh Brolin, like I looked at the Thanos and I think Thanos looks more like Josh Brolin than this figure, like that, which blows my mind because it's a purple alien, right? But I think I think if the head sculpt here was just like a little bit tighter, I might have even been a little bit more passable on the figure. Even though I do think he looks too skinny, I probably wouldn't pose him this way anyways. He'd have his jacket and his gun and stuff. With a bit better likeness and some good lighting, it's still gonna look sweet. And I think for the people who are like, damn, that sucks, but I'm still getting it anyways, just find a way to pose it in a way that you're going to love, right? If it resonates with you, then I think it'll still be good for the collection. 99% of people I know don't collect figures like this. So if they come into your basement or wherever you store your figures and they see this guy on the shelf, they're still going to think it looks like Cable or Josh Brolin from that movie. So I'm a little happy for those people. It's just that the collectors like us, it is a little devastating for sure.
Now, before I move on to Brother Cousins, bro, I just want to say, I'm sorry, bro. I mean, I know how much you've been. I know that you've wanted it. You know, this was one up there as most highly anticipated. Like when this dropped, I just had a picture of you like in the tub, scrubbing yourself, crying, like just trying to scrub the misery off your body. Like, why? You know what I mean? Why did they do this? Like, you know, like that good times. Damn.
I'm talking about ugly crying. I'm talking about free souls. You know that.
Man.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. You know, I appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody's. I think Ben broke it down very, very well.
Yeah, he did.
Broke it down very well. I'm gonna go with and we had a lot of fun yesterday, even though it was like, you know, they kind of messed up on the figure. We had fun on my stream yesterday. I mean, it was a roast session. I mean, Bob Dylan and damn it, they were going back and forth. Bob Dylan and Doc were going back and forth on it. It was ridiculous. It was amazing. It was funny. But I will say this. Okay, first I'm gonna go with the technical with this. So what's wrong with this piece? It's shoulders, traps, and neck. That's the problem right there. Shoulders were a little bit bigger. If he actually had traps, because I don't know what the hell that is. That's not traps. If he had the traps and he had the shoulders and that damn neck was a little, because if you look at that picture that you just had up, the side-by-side comparison of the actual screen grab and the of Josh Brolin and the figure itself, you can see that his neck is look at his neck. His neck is not that long. What the hell?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I think they did that for the light up effect.
Yeah.
So what we're looking at here is we're looking at a mishap in the size and in the dimensions. And they were like, oh shit, it's a mishap here. Ooh, it's a little small, but throw the cape on. Oh, it looks good, right? Yeah, it looks good. Senator, should we die? And they may complain. Well, they're not going to complain. It's not like Iron Man, right? Yeah, it's not like Iron Man. Go ahead, push it out. And that's what we're seeing. Thus the problem. A lot of people had problem with the Tony Stank head sculpt, and I was one of the weird people that I was like, no, I wanted something different because we had a lot of talent. Tony Stark head sculpts that all looked the damn same. We wanted him look a little emaciated because he was on the tip for like, for months, kind of wanted that. I think this should have been the one that everybody rioted about, and they made them go back like, no, we want send this to us and then send us another body or something. I think this is the one that people should have rioted for the weight and all that. But here's the thing. Hot Toys also knows that this probably was a low batch because this reminds me of just about last year, matter of fact, when we got the Flash figure, the CW Flash figure. They know, and that figure,
dude, yes.
It looked like it was rushed out the gate. It looked like it looked good enough to go, but it was, they had some like black magic marker shit on the side. It was just like a lot of stuff that was like, you could tell they just wanted to get it out. It's so behind. And this looked like it suffered that. And here it is. In some shots, it looked good as hell. Like this shot right here.
This shot looked dope as hell. Yeah.
It looked dope as for all of us that are comic fans. Let me tell you something. I was one of that. I was in the 90s.
Yeah,
me and
bro.
second brother. Yeah, we went to Geppi's Comics in Merlin.
Yeah, bro.
Bought 3 copies of X-Force 1. And I saw this guy. I was like, oh my God, this guy can kick Wolverine's ass. Oh,
beast.
Love Cable. So so I'm gonna say with all its flaws, with the cape, with the hoodie on, whatever, with the Parker on, whatever the hell it is, it still looks good. I still think you can have fun with it. I just think, like Ben was saying, as a seasoned collectors, we know what's up. And the thing that really made it upsetting, like I was on a stream with Mafia and them and our guy John from NR.
Yeah.
All this innovation, and we're looking at the damn the Batman figure all night, and we're talking about all this innovation and what Hot Toys is gonna need to do, and then they come with this shit, and it's like, damn, come on, this would have been fine for 2014 would have been cool in the game for 2014, but we
ain't living in 2014 no more.
Hell no. It's a new day. As the sculpt goes, I'm gonna be fair. I think the sculpt looks good, and I know a lot of people are still romanticizing about the mechanic from the Toys Era version, but I'll tell you, the mechanic, it's not accurate. Okay, look at that head sculpt. It looks like a third-party head sculpt, even compared to this one. And you look at a lot of those clips and a lot of those straps that clip the magazines are small as hell. It's not as accurate as people may think. It's not. For those that have that version, yes, keep that version. You won't need. I can understand you won't need to get it. Because what they do have they do have the sizing of him right. That's true. Everything else is not that accurate. It's not that. I don't personally think it's worth the $500 that it's going for. But if you already have that version, do you need this one? Hell no, you're good where you're at. But for those that don't have that version, yeah, it's cool. But shots like this, I'm never going to pose him like that. I'm never going to pose him butt naked, never. No.
I'm not going to pose him butt naked.
But it's a shame because that's cybernetics and all that. I mean, it's badass. That's the thing. It's bad. I mean, and once again, I go to Ben's comments. This would have been great. This would have been an easy Feisen swap because we just saw a figure like that. We just saw Justin with the John Matrix, not John Matrix. I'm sorry, the Dutch from Predator, and when we look, you see how that figure is aged. I mean, without the vest and all that stuff, he looks, it's ridiculous. But it's sad that we're even going through this and dealing with this in 2022, where there's companies we haven't even seen J&D stuff yet. So there's
Yeah.
no era for this type of shit. It really isn't. And we do need to be vocal about it. And I know there's people out there that don't like the negativity. I get it. And I said this on my stream yesterday. I'll say this here. We got when you ask for $300 for a figure, you gonna get scrutiny. I had an individual in my show yesterday that said I bought 2 of these and I wasted my money. I pre-ordered these and I wasted my money. So you're going to get that scrutiny. You're going to get people pissed, and that's just what it is. But and for all the people that are still going to get it, or that like me, that's like, yeah, it sucks, but I still kind of like it. Don't let that deter you from liking it. When you look at I will say, I watched the sideshow Unsealed and Revealed, and I'll be honest, after I seen it, like them actually, playing with it on the Unsealed and Revealed, I actually I was like, well, you know what? We all know it has its problems, but I can still have fun with it. And that's what matters. If you can still have fun with it, once you get past the scrutiny and everything, just know, yes, it sucks. It could be better, but I still think it's something that you can have fun with. And I'll tell you, I got it coming. It's coming. It'll be here Friday. So I'll do it. I'm gonna do an unboxing and review, a great review for it, and we can really tear it apart then.
But you know what else is fun too, bro? That I love. I love the simple fact that we got Will Rossifications, hair care products in the building. That hair crack all day, every day. Will Rossifications, fast growing hair care products. Yes, I'm gonna be pushing this the entire show because y'all need to get you some. Book. Anyway, before we move on, I just want to address some of these super chats. We got DJ in with $1.99 super chat. He is like, yo, the hell? That's the comment. That's the comment. The hell? So I get that, bro. That's just the way I was, man. When I saw it, I felt the same way. So thank you for that. We have that a $5 super chat by Bob Dylan. He said, can you mute Carlos for 5 minutes? $1 golden silence. They trying to shut you down, Carlos. You can't keep it down. No, you can't keep him down. We got a $4.99 super chat real quick by let's see here. Yuli the second kid. If his computer wants to stop playing around and just bring you up here, man, and we can actually look at it. If Drax can have a dad bod with junky arms and become a Grail, then this figure is not perfect, but just seems like a problem with shirtless people. Yeah,
pretty much.
That's what it is.
Right.
It is.
The shirtless. When you take off the shirt, it's just like, yo, put that back on. Like literally, don't take that off. Put that back on. Like straight up. William Owens cable matches Josh Brolin's physique perfectly.
Nah.
Yep.
Nah.
I'm gonna say this.
Well,
he wasn't that big in the movie. He really
wasn't this fucking small either.
Nah, he wasn't really
He wasn't
small.
that big though.
It was pretty
He also had, but he did have traps. He did have
Halloween
Baldy
initiative. Remember, Wu-Tang is for the children. Enough respect to Will Rossification, aka Baldy Locks.
Baldy Locks. I like that.
Baldy
That's pretty
Locks.
catchy, actually. I like that.
Definitely, it is catchy.
I like that shit.
And then we have basically another $1.99 super chat by DJ N. Did he say chicken noodle? I think he said chicken noodle cable. That's what he called it.
Chicken noodle cable.
My boy Vinny called him Wire. That was funny, bro.
That's good. That's good.
Younglings or my cable sandwich. That pencil neck geek. LOL. That's funny. Like that, man. But before we get to Carlos, because I know Carlos is gonna have a lot to say. My man, my mellow Loco Lou. I know you were one that is actually defending this piece, and rightfully so, because you had some good points. Explain to everybody what you were talking about, bro.
Okay, so first and foremost, his body proportions, it's close, not perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect in this line of work when it comes to making something 1/6 scale or when 1-to-1 scale into 1/6 scale. Like there's no such thing as perfect. Materials have to match in scale with the fabric, and the scaling of the plastic. It's just not going to work. This is why you have that long neck syndrome that you have with Darth Maul and what you're seeing here. Also, the head separates from the light up function. So if it goes a little too high, it may be sitting up high. Maybe you could squish it down a little bit, and maybe it could sit a little bit more flush. This is not that magnetic neck piece that we see with Darth Maul, where there's no other option but to keep it as is.
Mhm.
Also, when you look at certain figures that have certain layers of garments on top of them, the neck is going to sit a little bit higher. For instance, if you try to disrobe your John Wick, you will see he has a longer neck.
You disrobe your John Wick.
No, if you I disassemble figures, bro. I disassemble figures. I will literally take apart a figure just to see how it works.
I like it.
All right. So, take off the vest, take off, all of that. You're going to see he has a long giraffe neck, right? It all goes according to how they're layering fabrics on top of fabrics. And then you got this poncho on top of what is a thick cotton with the harness. And then you have this baggy garbage bag over him that's supposed to be his cape, right? So this figure right here, it's suffering from the traps. It's suffering from the triceps, really, and his lats. His lats is not showing. So he's very thin. He should be a little bit thicker. I do agree with that. Some people argue, oh, they could have done away with not doing the details of the body, yada, yada, yada. But they were competing against Toys R Us because they did one with a full body. Right? Not many people actually display that figure with the body showing. You know what I mean? They have the clothes on them. A lot of people who take pictures, and we see it on Figure Flex Friday, we see it on Instagram and everywhere else where people start showing their stuff off. This guy's clothed. So everybody's making the big hubbub about him, not looking right without the clothes. He's not really supposed to not have his clothes. He's supposed to have his clothes on. That's how you're really going to display him. This is really just a simple cut, small cut in the film where he doesn't have his shirt on in a room trying to replicate that Terminator scene, right? Other than that, majority of the time, he has his cloak on until the final boss fight. And at that final boss fight, cloak is off and he has his vest and his shirt on, rocking the gun. That's all you really need with Cable. That's all you really need with Cable, and I'm happy that we got what we saw in the prototype, for better or worse, because it's not worse. It's not worse. We got what was advertised. It would be different if it wasn't what it was advertised. Like, let's say what we see with Wolverine Last Stand. Wolverine Days of Future Past. That looks perfect. The uproar, if that doesn't look equal or better than that, then that's something to cry about. That's something to be crazy about. But we also got to take account. This figure was announced for a pre-order, like 5 years after the movie was released. Then nobody wanted it. So there ain't going to be no pre-orders for it. So there's no demand. So, all right, no one's making a big hubbub about it. Yeah, we could put it out like this. Don't have to improve it. It wasn't like Peacemaker. Everything happened right there at the cusp because it was right there when it finished airing. Boom, here's your Peacemaker, right? This took time for it to actually just be announced after the movie was already high and dry. So this is one of those, okay, we'll give it to you just because. It's not like, okay, it's going with the hype. It's not the hype train no more. Now it's the hype train when it comes to Hot Toys. So take it, leave it as you will. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You get what you pay for. You don't want this, you don't have to buy it. This is why this season and moving forward, the pre-order game is dead. You can't be pre-ordering anything unless it's a limited or an exclusive. That is going to be, like gone in a snap, Arena Boba Fett, for example.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So I digress.
I definitely agree with that. I agree with that. I love that, that explanation was pretty dope. But right, you saying that, Carlos is gonna kind of through.
Oh,
it.
I want him to. I want him to because I love the difference in dynamics.
Exactly.
I'm buy it.
Dope.
It's
That's
for
dope.
me. That's
Lobo,
my
Yeah,
Lobo
the
had
thing
some real
is,
good points though. With, the
yeah,
materials over top of it.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's some really
Those-
dope points because that's the thing. It's like even in the books, if you've read the comics, you only seen Cable without his shirt on a few times. And that was just for us, the viewer, the readers, to really understand the techno-organic virus and how he was keeping it at bay and how it was spreading. At one point, even in the book, during Avengers versus the X-Men, he let it go. He couldn't control it anymore. And it took him. You know what I mean? But Carlos,
What's up, man?
bully module cases, buy module cases. What's your thoughts on this, man?
Man, I have a lot of thoughts. So let me just first say though, whoever's getting this figure, hey, I'm happy for you. I'm probably gonna get this figure too. All right. Once it goes really cheap, I'm gonna buy it. But with that said, I'm gonna give my opinions on a figure I'm gonna own too. All right. So just like Will, Riley sent me these photos. It must have been like 10 o'clock or 11. I was asleep. So I look at it and Riley's like, yeah, this doesn't look good. I'm like, Riley, fuck off. This looks good. I'm going.
It's
Like,
true.
it is true. That happened. Then I woke up and I started looking at these photos and I'm like, oh God, like this looks really fucking bad, right? Like this looks this is like horrible. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm a Marvel guy. I gotta like this, right? So
Yeah, right.
I was like, hey, Will, this looks good, man. I was like, this looks good, bro. Don't you think? And Will was like, nah, this doesn't look good at all.
I was like,
You
"You're
tried,
tripping,
you
bro."
tried.
Right? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it all. Fuck Marvel. I was like, fuck this figure, you know? So I was like, okay. First of all, man, I gotta say, without the shirt, man, okay, let's talk about what good this figure has, which is just one thing, which is that scarf, man, or whatever poncho thing. Aside from that poncho, and let's be honest, even with that poncho, he still looks like a little big bitch, right? Like he doesn't look very good at all, right? When you remove it, man, he looks skinny. He looks horrible. It's like probably some of the worst figures I've seen in a long time. And that's pretty hard to say just because I've seen a lot of really bad ones. And I was like, man, Hot Toys isn't, it's like Peacemaker happened, but with this guy, like Cable, like it's just a really bad figure. I would say I would give this a 5 out of 10. Like it's pretty, like I would give it a really, I don't even think the head sculpt looks very good at all, man. Like I would say, like look at this shit. Like this was like some George Lopez shit going on with us big ass head. Like it just doesn't look good, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the only one who has to agree with that. And you know, in my opinion, man, Toys Era won because it is probably some of the worst fucking thing that Hot Toy has ever released. And when a third party is, you know, somewhat close to you, as far as like maybe the vest was a little bit better, but when when the third party is somewhat close to you, as far as like how good it looks, I think that's a loss on Hot Toys, man. I feel like Hot Toys lost in this one. And look, man, I know, Lokalu, you said like, you know, you can fix the neck, like you can fix everything. It's still gonna look like shit, man. Like I just don't see how this looks very good. You can put on the poncho and it looks like that looks decent, man. But as soon as you raise that arm, as soon as you remove it, I just don't think this looks good at all, man. I don't believe you get what you're paying for, man. I've seen the protos, and I think the protos look significantly better than this. This just looks like oh shit, we got like 5 pre-orders. Let's just fucking put out whatever. Like that's literally what it looks like. Yeah, like this shit here. Yeah, Hot Toys is better, but by how much, really? You know what I mean? Like this, I don't know, man. I feel like if I have a Toys Era, I probably wouldn't upgrade or anything because I don't believe Hot Toys looks good at all. Like I said, I'm gonna get it when this thing becomes $120 or so, and I'll probably get it then. But yeah, man, I think this is some of the worst work I've ever seen. And I told Will, like, this is probably like a little bit better than a third party. I wouldn't say it's quite third party, but the fact that I'm even saying that for a $300 figure coming from Hot Toys, it's kind of ridiculous. Right? And mind you, I am gonna pick this up, but I just think it's pretty ridiculous that we're even getting this. Like I said, one of the worst figures I've seen in a really long time. I would say this, like, and Brother Cousins made a good point. This is kind of the figure back when like Agent Coulson and Mariah Hill, like those figures came out. Now they look really bad because they're old. Like this looks like one of those type of figures. You know what I mean? Like it's just, like, look, I don't know, man. When I saw this, and the more I see it, it's just like it only looks good if you zoom in so much where you don't see anything from the figure. That's the only good photo I've seen. But aside from all this, man, I don't even think like this, whatever metallic body going. I don't even think that looks very good because I think it looks thin. I don't think it flows well. I don't think there's anything good about this figure, man. Honestly, like look at this. It's just horrible. Yeah, kind of a huge disappointment because I saw them all and I was like, you bitches, you Star Wars fans, that's what you guys get. And now we get this
Now
shit.
look at
You know what I mean? So, man.
Who's
now
laughing?
you're like-
Who's laughing?
It's just the quiet.
Yeah, and I canceled my pre-order, but I probably was gonna end up getting this when it got really cheap. But now,
Yeah.
I don't think I will. Yeah.
We got 202 people in here, man, watching this. Hit that like button that you're in here. 202 people watching. Hit the like button. Make sure you do. Everybody on this panel made some solid ass points. Like literally everybody did. From Lou to Will, Ben, Jay, the Human Party, Carlos, everybody had made some points because again, we're all saying this, but it's not to deter anybody else from getting it because I'm getting it myself.
Same.
And that's because I have to. Hey, damn, it's on my screen right now. I'm watching it because I'm like, I just need some redemption in my heart. But it's just the simple fact that if you're paying $300 and semi dollars for this particular figure, if we're paying this money to Hot Toys, we have them set at a certain standard. And that's the thing is, by purchasing this figure and not saying anything, we're accepting this. We're accepting the quality and saying it is okay for them to do this, that it's okay for them to give us a figure like this, and we shouldn't say shit. That's just the way I feel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be, I don't know, they have to be held accountable when they give us stuff like this, especially. All right, so here's the thing. I wouldn't probably have this much to say. I'd probably be like, yo, it's a shit looking figure if it was released on time.
Yeah. Even though it's still an older figure, it's using an older model. They just chose this is the time that they're gonna put it out because how long was Deadpool before they actually announced this? It was like 2 years out before they actually got the Deadpool figure out, and then once he was gone, he was still Dusty Deadpool was still available, and then they put the pre-order up for him.
Yeah,
2018 and 2020. It was 2 years. Yeah,
2 years.
2 years.
So
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean, to be fair, even if this would have been released on time, I still would have had the same opinions.
yeah, but you would have had the same opinions about it, but it probably wouldn't have been as this intense, considering the simple fact that they've had enough time to get it right. We've seen them. Now, here's the thing: we've seen when they delay figures that they can get it right.
Ahsoka.
Miles,
Ahsoka.
Oh, hell yeah.
Miles. That Miles figure, it took them some time to get that out, years to get that out. But when they got it, it is a level of perfection that I've never seen. It is probably one of the best figures that I have in my collection, based on the simple fact that the material, like the articulation, the material, everything, and it had everything that you can use with that figure you would want to use.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Yes.
So when you take your time to release something, but you give us product and you give us something that's worth it, then there's no complaints. But when you take your time, by the way, 210 people in here watching, hit that like button on the way.
Hey,
210, hit that like button. Make sure you do.
Go.
If you take your time and give us something that is on point, come on, man. We got Superhero Display coming through with a $2 super chat. He what he say? Where can I get that?
Oh God.
I mean,
Contact
we have
Will.
a Walgreens,
Where can I get that
CVS,
sweet
all those
hair crack?
distributors. You can get it at any local store. So.
Yo, hey Will, I think we got a hit, bro. We got a hit, bro.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I think we got
and
we
I
got
got
a
the
hit.
music for next time. So, we're
So
good.
let me ask you a question, and I want to come in with this because, like I said, it is. When I say should we be afraid, I say that within reason. Do you think now, based off of this, and Carlos, I'm gonna start with you first on this because it makes sense for me to start with you on this one. Do you think? Are you wary? Are you a bit reserved now, or like a little bit on edge, knowing that we still have Bo-Katan coming, we still have the Mandalorian Ahsoka coming, for me, with both of those, and I want those so bad. But even knowing that we have the 1984 Wonder Woman that I want to get still coming, that we have Loki Endgame coming. When we see this, knowing that this was one of those pieces that was delayed, are you fearful for what's to come?
Yeah. I mean, I would say yes, right, to an extent. When we see a release like this, right, you see a release like Maul, and I know, brother cousin, you said Ahsoka, but in my opinion, when you see Bug-Eye Ahsoka coming out, and you start seeing a lot of these other figures coming out, like, yeah, man, I'm a little bit concerned. I feel like at this point is one of those times when you can say, hey, like, if you're delayed, if your figure's delayed, man, cancel that shit. Because you just never know how it can come out. You're going to be locked in with that pre-order. But man, and like we look at Kenobi. I know there's a prototypes, right? But you look at Kenobi, you look at Doc Ock, you look at all these other figures that they're starting to make, and man, they're just not looking very good. You know? So yeah, man, I would say I would be pretty concerned, right, with what they're doing now. I mean, if it just feels like they're just catching up, and some of these figures, I mean, they're going to be good. You look at like two-pack Boba Fett. But yeah, I mean, I feel like if it's a figure that maybe somewhat low batch or has been significantly delayed, maybe like Loki in Endgame, right? That is definitely something that I'm starting to worry about, or Will probably worries more about it. But I would be a little bit more concerned, because if we're seeing this quality, because man, let's be honest, this is not very good at all. Like let's just be honest. Then it really makes you wonder what's going to happen for all these other figures that are delayed. I don't think Bo-Katan is going to be a miss. I think that one's going to be good because of the hype of Mando, and I think they're going to want to capitalize on that, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like Endgame figures or Marvel figures or some of these other ones, you're right, like the batches wasn't big. I think we're going to see some problems there. But that's just my opinion, Obviously, like I said, and I've told Will this a bunch of times, and Riley, like, whatever you can get out of a pre-order right now, fucking get out of it. It just makes no sense right now. You can get everything brand new, $50 under, $20 under a month after it comes out without risking any of your money, just in case this shit happens, right? Because, we're just seeing, Hot Toys just kind of take a small dip with this figure. Not overall, it just gives you a sour taste. Hopefully they release the N1 or something today and it makes up for it, right? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But
I don't know. And that's what I'm saying. Will, when you look at this, like, again, knowing that this figure, this is delayed until when? Almost Christmas now? Is that what
it's like
saying?
November?
Christmas.
Yeah.
November or something. So around Christmas time and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So pretty much when we could possibly see the in-art Joker, we'll see this. Right? And this, I mean, pretty much, the conception of that, it's kind of crazy that, it took in-art to come into the whole program with 1/6 scale collectibles. They got a product, they've manufactured a product, we see the finished product, and we still don't have Loki yet. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. So does that, I mean, seeing what we're getting right now with Cable and the delays, constant delays on that, then to see this, does that have you a bit like shaky a bit on this piece, bro?
It does a little bit, layout, but at the same time, like, I know people were mentioning this and referencing this in the comments, not as much because Loki's not shirtless, right? So at the same time, Loki has a bulky outfit, like the tailoring looks good. Hot Toys always nails the tailoring. 3-0 nails the tailoring. It's all about the head sculpt. I actually really like this head sculpt.
Yeah,
I think maybe they are retooling it, but I thought this was like not perfect, pretty damn good how it is. So if it came out looking like this or pretty close to it, I'd be happy, especially because you're going to have the helmet on him most of the time anyway. Yeah. So with that, it's going to be covering most of the sculpt. So it doesn't have to be perfect, right? So with this one, not as worried with this one, just because I feel like, it doesn't have some of the same characteristics that Cable does, like the guys have already talked about, in terms of having a shirtless body that Hot Toys always seems to struggle with. So they can't seem to balance like a tailored outfit with a shirtless body and make them both look good, right? Loki, you don't really have that problem. So you can eliminate that. But I'm not as worried about Loki, but I am worried about just sort of the quality of the head sculpts, I guess. I mean, most of them still end up being pretty good. Like Harris was saying, most of them are gems, right? They come out looking pretty close to the prototype and you're happy. But every once in a while, we do get one maybe the Hot Toys just doesn't care as much about like Cable. Maybe they were like, hey, not
Yeah.
that many people pre-order Cable. We don't really care, right? It's kind of like, okay, let's just get Cable out there. Maybe that's what they did,
Yeah.
maybe not. But I'm a little concerned overall. And like I said, while we don't have any in art in hand yet, and someone had mentioned J&D earlier, once J&D hops in the 1/6 game, you know, Hot Toys needs to deliver on pretty much every figure, I feel like. Yeah, they have Marvel and Star Wars, but that can't hold forever, right?
Yeah.
People are going to start getting annoyed if InArt is releasing gold and Hot Toys is putting out cables. And it just, and also, I mean, I know I've talked about this. Like, I'm starting to come around to the idea that, like, I do also part of the oversaturation of the market is kind of like frustrating for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like you guys have all talked about, like, the pre-ordering thing. Like, why would I pre-order anything anymore from Hot Toys?
Exactly.
Like, for one, you don't know if it's going to turn out as good, and two, like, you're hurting yourself. I mean, like, because you can just wait and you can guaranteed get it cheaper. Like,
Definitely.
guaranteed. Like, I'm looking at these comic shops that are just sitting on dead stock for months.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel bad for them because it's like that's
it.
hurting their business bad.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just worried about that, and I'm just worried about, you know, the quality that we might end up getting. But Hot Toys, I mean, you know, while Gandalf is not Iron Man, like, those, you know, if that comes out looking good and Joker comes out looking good, then yeah, Hot Toys needs to step it up. So
They definitely need
they're
to.
still the king, no doubt about it, not even close. But you know, it's I'm not as much worried for Loki, but some other figures for sure. I mean, Bo-Katan, even like Carlos mentioned, I'm a little worried for Bo-Katan, even though it's a Mando figure. I'm a little also worried for that Chrome Mando with the head sculpt. Maybe the Pedro head sculpt takes a big downgrade, right? That would suck because that's a big reason people want that figure. So it's the only one with the head sculpt. So yeah, I mean, so I canceled Bo-Katan a while back. Part of it mostly because I knew I could get her a lot cheaper. Like Carlos said, I agree. I mean, if you have a pre-order and you could somehow get your NRD back, I would cancel it. No hesitation. Because you can get it a lot cheaper. Sideshow will look with Black Friday, dude. If Bo-Katan comes out next month or something, Black Friday, she's going to be discounted. I mean, it's
paid
so
her off
guaranteed.
already,
So,
it's
but I am worried. I am worried a little bit. But not like to the point where I'm like raising the horn of Gondor. I'm not doing that. But like, you know, but I am concerned.
Riley, bro, Riley, bro. I mean, bro, like, literally, bro, like,
bro,
bro, like,
oh my god,
how do you feel, man? Like, are you a little like, you know, are you a little kind of skeptical now? Is your hands kind of like shaky, or are you like, man, I don't know what's going on? Aside from the simple fact that finally, one of my clone troopers shipped today.
That's a good sign.
So that's a good line. That's a good sign. But aside from that, what do you think, bro? Like, is there need to err on the side of caution when it comes to these figures now?
Dude, I'm scared of shit, man. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But I think it's worth addressing when it comes to Cable, because I think like that was, I think that the real downfall of that one was just the shirtless look. I think, like everyone has said, I think when it comes to other figures, I wouldn't be as too worried. I mean, this one, it's kind of interesting because I think I agree with Carlos. I think this one they're going to try and update and make the Bo-Katan sculpt way better, because simply it's like, it's Mando and they know it's like going to be a high seller. I mean, it's Bo-Katan. It's a pretty important character to not only Mando, but I mean, like Clone Wars to fans out there who like the prequels. But I mean, it nonetheless, it is just something that's kind of concerning, I would say, because there's just sometimes with Hot Toys when it comes to like certain figures where, like, I mean, probably like 5% of Hot Toys figures that come to final product, there are like very big declines. So, and I think it just more towards the sale of the figure, like people have said. I mean, Cable, obviously that wasn't a super hot figure, so I wouldn't, maybe they were just think, okay, we're just gonna get away with it, I guess. We're just gonna go for it and see what the community has to say. But and with the Ahsoka, I wouldn't be worried either, honestly. I think that that one's gonna be one because first it's a DX. I mean, you don't want to screw up a DX, and that's just bottom line. So I'd say that this one I wouldn't be worried. I think this one's gonna come out great. But I don't know, man. It's interesting. And I think it's great that we're talking about things like this because, like I said, like back before, like with Hot Toys and like 20 like years ago, like we didn't have streams like this where we were able to address like all of our concerns like this. And like we've talked about, they could be watching. I mean, like we've theorized, who knows? They could listen to this stuff and be like, okay, now we're going to listen up. I mean, with the uproar that we had for Peacemaker, that's your perfect example. Well, what happened when everyone was talking about Peacemaker? I feel like if no one was addressing all those problems, the Hot Toys would have never updated it and they would have left it the way it was.
True.
But the fact that we have this platform where we're able to talk about this with the chat and etc., I think it's amazing for collectors. So that's all I'd say about it. I wouldn't be too worried when it comes to like specific figures like this. I think it's just too much of a high seller. I wouldn't be worried. But for figures like Loki, that's another one too. I don't think I'd be worried either. But simply like Will said, you mean you're not getting like a shirtless look. The only thing they have to just knock out is just the head sculpt. That's pretty much it. I mean, we know Hot Toys when it comes to like tailoring, they're pretty much they hit it on the nail on the head. They do very good. But we're just gonna have to wait and see, I guess. But it's like I said, it's definitely concerning with certain figures.
Definitely. So Loco, I'm gonna go to you really quick, and then I'm gonna get to Ben and Carlos. But or I'll get to Ben. But I wanna bring in Brother Cousins too. I want to bring this up because we're talking about cable. You know, we're talking about techno organic. We're talking about the body. I wanted to bring this figure up here.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God!
Real quick.
They can't mess this one up. They can't mess that up.
Because this is one of everybody's kind of it's flying on the radar.
Mhm.
It's
It
really
is.
flying under the radar. And again, they can't now, mind you, this figure is already even from there's accuracy the way they've done it now, the way it looks right now, because he wasn't that big in the movie at all. He wasn't.
He was slim.
He was slim. But with that basically being said, we are talking about a figure that eludes a lot of techno organic when it came to cable. This does have a lot of mechanical parts as well. Do you think that they'll deliver with this piece, bro?
They have no choice.
I'm sorry. Is it Lou? You said Lou, right?
Any of y'all can jump in, bro. At this
Go
point.
ahead,
Yeah,
Lou.
they have to. No, they have to. Like, this is the last piece to the puzzle. Period. If they mess up on this, then a lot of people are going to lose faith in Hot Toys, because majority of this figure, like 98% of it, is biomechanic. It's a mechanical period. The rest of him is in the head sculpt. So they can't mess up that head sculpt not one bit. Not one bit. So with that being said, they better not drop the ball on it, because a lot of people who actually went to backtrack the collection, a lot of people who's been holding on to the collection, they have a specific what's the word I'm looking for? A specific panic going on now that they see cable. And they're wondering if this is going to happen to this as well, because there's a couple of hits, there's a couple of misses, and they need this to be a hit. And I believe that this has to be a hit, because if it's a miss, oh my God, it's gonna hurt a lot of people in their collections. It's gonna hurt. Period. And I digress.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Brother Cousins, man, what you think?
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, but yeah, we heard the stories. We've had people, that are part of this community that told us that, they were in Hong Kong and there was no one lined up when this came out. We heard those stories. I'm going to say this. If they fail with this figure, I'm done. I'm to the point where, no, seriously, I'm to the point where if they fail with this figure, I will personally handwrite a letter and FedEx it. If you FedEx it to somebody, they got to get it. And FedEx it to Hot Toys, Howard Chan and Company, and tell them, like, look, I've been collecting your stuff since 2008. I'm out. I'm out for the disrespect. I'm out for the carelessness. I'm out for not taking collectors in consideration. Like Lou just eloquently said, that people are trying their best to get this line. I mean, a lot of this line right now is sold out and out of reach. And they worked their ass off to get this collection and to get it, and to get it completed. And the fact that we can get it completed, is we're like, oh,
Yeah.
we're happy about it. But the fact of the matter is, if this is a failure, it's just I'm just gonna go out and say it. It's disrespectful, and it just shows you what they care about figures of a certain hue. There, I said it. I said it.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah,
that's just how I'm going to look at it. Seriously.
Yeah. Because it's again, this is important. DC, number one, DC doesn't get a lot of love. Number two, this is important to the culture. Number three, we've been wanting, and they know everybody's been. For them, it would be to their benefit to make sure that they do not fail with this piece. And a part of me doesn't think they will. I think that they'll basically put enough into it. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, hopefully, but they better get it right. Like, they definitely better get this piece right. Ben, what are you thinking for the future, man?
Carlos has had his hand up for like 10 minutes.
Oh, Carlos.
Should we go?
Welcome to class. Welcome to class.
No, you can skip him.
Carlos.
Skip
Raise
him.
your hands.
Go ahead, Carlos. Go ahead. Say what you need to say, Carlos. Say what you need to say.
I do have a question, brother Cousins. So if this figure comes out bad, you're out of 1/6.
I'm not going to say I'm exactly out of 1/6. I mean, we don't know what the landscape will be when this comes out. But I'll just say this. My frustration will be heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
Well, if you are out, let me get that Ghostbusters. Let me get that.
Look at all those girls behind you.
Let me get all those Grayos.
No.
You said you were out. You said you were out.
I'm keeping everything I got.
You said you were out. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I already called dibs. I'm the co-host.
No. I call dibs live, bro. Okay.
Well, you're about 2-3 weeks late, bro. You're
No.
weeks late.
He said he was out. If he said he's out, let me get your shit. You know, I'll get most of it.
All I want is that Terminator shit, brother cousin. That's it.
Yes, everything. Good morning, Grails.
Carlos
Good
can have the
morning,
Ghostbusters.
Oh no, we keeping all that.
I want that
Yo!
F-209. That F-209, baby.
Hold up. Carlos was laying claim to shit with.
Carlos heard that and he was like, "Oh, this sounds like an opportunity."
Hey, yo, Jay, the whole time you were talking, Carlos perked up and he was like, "Yo, let me just start pointing shit."
Yeah, every second Jay was talking, he's like, "I'm about to be out." Carlos was like, "Let me
Well,
get
that
it."
was the whole reason he's holding his head up. He's like this. Like I said, they say, if he can't have it, can I have it?
Yo, Jay, you would have had the whole collecting community outside your crib, bro.
I know, right?
Because he said he was out though. So I
Yeah,
gotta get that.
Then they had cars like, yo,
I would
I know, everybody.
I'm
Just
not
'cause you out
giving my
doesn't mean you
money
ain't
into
kipping
anything.
yourself.
I would have had a
I'm not putting my
boombox
money
out
in
that bitch. I'd be like,
anything.
"Come on,
I'm
Jay."
keeping what I got. Oh, no, I'm keeping
keeping what
I
you
got.
got.
The Ghostbusters, Jay. Show me the Ghostbusters.
Hey, Jay, don't ever say that shit again.
Yeah, your collection's gonna be on eBay.
Yeah,
any day now.
you don't want to sound like Doc. You don't want to sound like Doc.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
bro.
No.
Yo,
no.
the
It's
internet
more than
collecting
time.
community would have went viral.
No.
You can keep
I'm
Bill and
keeping
Ted.
what I
though.
got.
You
Nah,
keep
I'm
that.
Nah, hell
But
no.
I do want the Terminator.
Jay's like, I take it back. I'm not out.
Yeah.
I'll be
You know,
mad. I
once
ain't
it's
out.
out there. Once
I'm
it's out
hot.
there, it's out there.
Ben, yo, Carlos was crazy. Ben, what you think, man?
Yeah, man, my face hurts from laughing so hard.
Yo, Carlos was plotting the entire
I
time.
know.
He was
bro.
like,
He was like,
what
he
you
perked up the
think?
second Jay was like, "I'm out."
love
Go
it.
ahead.
Dust ain't even settled.
Oh, shit. I'm dying, bro. Oh. Ben, go ahead, bro.
So, back to your original question of just like, are we worried about the future?
Yeah.
I see like all of us and the people in the chats and stuff. It's like we have a bad relationship with our collection, right?
Yeah.
We get into the relationship with our collection and we're like love drunk. We got the love goggles on. They can do no wrong. They look amazing. I'm willing to spend all my money on them. I want them in our life. And then you have a couple trip ups. There's a couple things that you're like, okay, like I can make excuses for that. It's fine. Like I can see past that. And then she eventually cheats on you. And
Somebody got issues. Somebody got issues.
The teacup is cracked, right? The trust.
Ooh,
I think what I'm worried about for the future is not necessarily Hot Toys. Hot Toys is going to be fine in terms of releases. Like 9 out of 10 releases are pretty awesome, and we as collectors sometimes have really short memories. We rag on this one, but if they release one tomorrow that blows us out of the water, we're going to spend the rest of the week hyping it and being so excited and loving it, right? And so
Facts.
we have these crazy roller coaster rides relationship with our collectibles, but at some point, if the trust gets broken, right? If this Cable or that Cyborg, if that's the figure you've been waiting for forever, and you've made some excuses for Hot Toys, but those are the figures that, like Brother Cousins, like that's the the straw that broke the camel's back. Like if that one isn't right, he's going to give Carlos his Ecto one, and it's going to be over. Like then if the trust is broken, like how do you get that back? And the fact that the trust also correlates with things like pre-orders, like actual money in the bank for this as a company. If we stop giving them our trust and therefore our money, then they have to start filling the pipeline with things that are cheaper for them to produce, like Troopers. Nothing wrong with Troopers. I love Troopers. But how pissed does everybody get lately when we get another Trooper and not all of the other figures that we're waiting for? So then how do you fill the pipeline with money if you're not also selling the community on the things that drive the revenue, the cash flow guys, right? And so what I'm worried about is that how is that going to affect the Hot Toys business? Now Hot Toys has InArt in the mix, and InArt is throwing the competition out there like crazy, right? And making us actually consider spending even more money on collectibles and getting into this new relationship because wow, she's really pretty, and maybe that will be the one that gets me there. Except if there's too much of a lag time in this company for new collectors to join and not necessarily see some of the challenges, like Hot Toys have to bank on the fact that new collectors are growing up every day with a little bit more money in their bank and not paying attention to us on these panels, who are going to give them the real truth about what to kind of expect if you're getting in the game. When I got in this in 2008, I didn't know anybody that talked about this stuff. So I was blind. I was love drunk. I would have been willing to spend my money on all of it. But now we have a better education with the panels and all the different live streamers and everything. So what's going to happen to Hot Toys? If they can't fill their cash line, if they can't satisfy the long-term collectors because they keep doing things like reissues, like we're eventually going to feel like our trust is broken. The teacup, you can glue that shit back together, but it's always going to look cracked, and we'll never be able to finally get past that final excuse, and people will just be out like Brother Cousins. So that's what I'm worried about. And it sucks to say it because I love Hot Toys, and I join these streams because I want to get excited. People say that I shoot rainbows sometimes. I'm just happy to be here talking about cool shit, you know? But at the same time, I also don't want to tell a new collector to not at least be conscious, be an informed collector, know what you're getting into, because we've now been cheated on a couple times, and you can only get burned so many times before that's just in the back of your head every new release, and it sours the pot.
I mean, the Cable is a pretty bad figure, but it starts looking really good when it's like $100, $120. You know what I mean? Starts looking like a grail then. You know what I mean? A lot of
people have a price.
It's true. This is true.
Have a Qui-Gon Jinn situation.
Hell yeah. 210 people in here. Make sure you're hitting that like button while you're actually here. I do appreciate that. We got a $1.99 super chat by Man What. So thank you very much for that. I try to close this out early because Will, we this is bedtime, so we want to kind of make sure. So I want to leave with this final thought. I want to get this from everybody. Okay. So each person, Will, I'm gonna start with you first, and we're gonna go down the line real quick.
Right.
What figure are you most confident that you think Hot Toys will get right?
That's a really good question, man. So like one that's on pre-order right now?
One that's on pre-order right now, whether it's coming soon or if it's coming later. What do you think that they are going to get right? What do you think that it's a figure that you would want to see that you think they are going to get right?
Yeah, well, I definitely think that overall they're going to go for the cash cows. Those are going to be the things that they're really going to put a lot of effort into. Like Iron Man, after the Tony Stank situation, they ain't fucking up another Iron Man. It's just not happening because I know from what people had said, at least in the groups, the Hong Kong, market and the Asian market were very pissed about that Iron Man and not happy, and that's kind of why they did that. I've never seen Hot Toys do a recall like that, so that was totally something new. So probably anything Iron Man will probably be pretty successful. I would say I feel most confident in those. Carlos also dropped a good idea about Mando. So while I say I'm a little bit worried about the Mando in terms of the head sculpt, I don't think they're going to mess it up because I think it is a Mando ultimately. And I think Mando is right now their Star Wars cash cow. Why Hot Toys, their bread and butter for all these years have been head sculpts, real life, like realism head sculpts, right? But I do feel like, with a character that's a little less stakes there, like Cad Bane, for example. Like Cad Bane, I do think they're going to do really well because it doesn't have to be like exactly perfect with the face. Like as long as it's pretty close, you're going to be happy, right? So that's kind of how I feel about video game characters, like with statues or figures. Like as long as it's pretty close, you're happy, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. But, Cad Bane, I think, would be a good example. I think they're going to do Loki well. I think they are. I think the fact they delayed him for that long and the fact that he has a helmet on most of the time, you're going to be fine. But I would say, long story short, Iron Man and Mando are going to be the ones that they really put a lot of effort into. They're not going to get those wrong. So Chrome Mando and I guess you could say Suit Up Iron Man Mark V because that's the first, as far as I'm aware. I don't think they've released a suit up before.
The suit up version you made me get.
Yeah. Exactly, brother. You got it. So, but yeah, man, it's but this Mandalorian, I actually sold my previous one at a big loss. And I am gonna end up getting this one. I'm definitely not pre-ordering it, but I think they're gonna get this one right. The Chrome, man, I'm a sucker for the Chrome right now. So Leo, you know how much I fucking hated this one when they made it?
Me
like,
too.
because I was so pissed because I had the other one.
It was around the same time.
Yeah, it was like a week later,
waiting
dude.
on it. Yeah, bro.
Like it was like a week later after we got him in the States, and then they were like, "Here's a better one," and I was like, "Oh,
ain't that some shit?"
Yeah, but
and I know you're super excited about this also because The Last of Us trailer or sneak
exactly,
peek,
bro.
sneak peek drops.
That trailer was dope. For anyone out there watching, it was only like 20 seconds, but they showed some cool shit, right?
I saw it. It was pretty bad, to be honest. I didn't like it.
Oh my god, you're just a hater. Get him out. Get him out.
Yeah, because
you haven't
the
even
trailer
seen
looked dope.
Bro, if Mando was in it, you would love it. Come on, bro.
Yeah. By the way, on a side note, House of Dragon was really good. I really liked it.
It was.
It was one episode, Will. It was one.
It's a Grail show, bro. It's a Grail show.
It was dope.
But I'm gonna say Mando. I'm
is
gonna say Mando. And Iron Man.
Okay, I got you.
Top
Mando
Gear
and
was
Iron
the
Man.
shit.
So we're gonna actually go next over to Loco. What do you think? Which figure do you think they're gonna that you in your heart you think they're gonna get right?
Dead Strange.
Mm.
That Dead Strange. The reason being is because everyone praised it to the high heavens, and that price tag scares me. Because I told you guys before, if y'all listening, if Hot Toys goes for a basic figure, basic figure, up there in $400 range, I'm tapping out. By itself, like that's the price is $410, and it's this. It's not an Iron Man. There's no diecast, no light up feature. It's this. I'm out. I'm going to retract all my stuff and just say, okay, this is my collection. It's going to stay there. I'm out from purchasing more 6-scale stuff. That's Hot Toys related because the price tag is too much. It's getting out of hand.
Damn.
I'll stick to the third parties. They're cheaper. They'll fit my bill. And I'll kit bash. I'll do that because I can afford that. Getting more into buying stuff like this, they have to get this right. They have to. Everybody's been giving it praise. No one's, like case laying it. Plus, it doesn't really come with too much stuff. You got the little bones that go around his back, the cape, and a couple of hands. That's it. So they have to get this right. This is not going to be something that a lot of people truly want in their collection. But if you're a big fan of Doctor Strange, like I know you are, this guy was, awesome in the film.
Mhm.
So they have to get it right. This,
Yeah.
I'm with Andrew Pascal, and they better get that freaking um Green Goblin. Green Goblin better be perfect.
Yeah. Oh well.
Green Goblin better be perfect. All we got is a blurred image. Green Goblin
Like you
better
mean
be
you want the
perfect.
Norman
That's all I'm gonna
Osborn
say.
sculpt to be perfect, or like the suited
Yes.
up version?
No. His head sculpt. His
The
head sculpt.
actual
Because the
sculpt.
actual suit is fine. Yeah, the head sculpt has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. I'm just saying.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. That is going. You know what? That's going to be the next promotion next week. It's going to be Jay's outside collection like that.
Chase collection.
Straight up. Jay's collection, straight up.
Local Loot's gonna set the collection too soon, apparently. So.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I'm not selling. I'm not selling.
I'm waiting for them to go to 400.
Listen,
He's gonna tap out.
if I sell it, I'm tapping out from purchase.
He said he's going to tap out.
Are you and Jay gonna write a letter together? Is that what you guys are planning?
No, I don't need to write a letter. I use my money. My money talks.
Ben, what do you think, bro? What's your opinion on what figure you think that they have to get necessarily right? They cannot get wrong.
They have to get it right. They have to do the Black Panther Chadwick Boseman.
Oh yes. Oh
They-
yes. Yeah,
Yes.
bro.
Good one.
Yeah.
I love the Black Panther films. Chadwick, rest in peace. Love that guy. Amazing. They've gone out of their way to do a 2.0, which has upset previous collectors to a point, right? Because it's got the upgraded body, a slightly better suit, and everything. But then there are still those collectors that aren't loving what we're seeing in the prototype head sculpt quite yet. Like, it's real good, but if some people are feeling like it's still not absolutely perfect, and you're still seeing those conversations of, well, maybe I should still get this, but the Mac's not head sculpt, and like it's making people kind of divergent. And I think for this figure specifically, like if Hot Toys wants to remain the king of 6 scale, and they're gonna re-dip their toe back into the well of previous figures and give a 2.0 release, they definitely can't mess up this figure and the likeness of Chadwick, who's no longer even with us, right? Like, we're not going to get another figure of him going forward. Like, this will probably be it. So
I feel you, man. That's a good call. That's definitely a good call. They
a
got
good
to
one.
get this right, man. They definitely have to get this right.
I
Because it
wonder where
looks
he's sitting
good.
in the best sellers.
It's they. Riley, man, what you think, bro? What's your call, man?
I think one that they can't get wrong, I would say, is probably the Doc Ock head sculpt. I think that was one where a lot of the community, once it was shown, there was an uproar. Like, there was a big
100%.
people like going wild over it. So I think that when it comes to Doc Ock, because you can't really hide him. I mean, he has glasses, but I think that's not going to help you once you get the figure in the final product. So I think this was one where even JC Hong, because I remember there was like a lot of hate in the Facebook groups, and he had to make a post saying that this is not what we're going to get. It's going to be updated. So I'm confident that it's going to be updated. And I mean, this is Doc Ock. This might be the only time like ever we'll get this figure, unless maybe in like 6 years they'll do a 2.0 or something, but who knows? But it's not going to be a very long time till we get this. And Spider-Man No Way Home, this is like one of the biggest movies in a long time. So I think that this is one where Hot Toys kind of have the heat here, where they heard it from the community and they have to like take that. And I hope we get like an updated post or something like before we see the final. Even like I want to see like, oh, this is an updated version. Look what they did with Peacemaker. I hope we really do see that with Doc Ock, and I'm confident because I mean it's going to be a high selling figure. This is a villain that's just so iconic, and people really want Spidey villains on the shelf. So this was one that I would totally bank on them trying to nail it. Not what we see here for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be. I want to see what people are gonna do. Me myself, I'm not gonna get it because I don't necessarily have to. But I'll definitely be happy to see other people get it and what they're going to do with it. Because I think it has potential. Aesthetically, it looks just that head sculpt. He looks like one of the Beatles. But other than that,
facts.
You know what I mean? Like he does. He looks like one of the Beatles. But other than that, everything else is pretty cool. Let's see who we got next. Who am I going to hit up next? Carlos. Got to hit up Carlos, guys. I got to hear his. Carlos, what do you think, bro? What do you think? What's your thoughts, man?
So which figure I'm the most confident in?
that you're the most confident that they're going to get. I mean, because the thing is, like, you are super hyper, like you are superhumanly critical when it comes to
Yes.
figures. So, what do you think? Like for you, I'm gonna rephrase this. What do you think that they have to get right that you want to see them get right?
Yeah. So I would say Black Panther, but I don't think that they're going to do well with Black Panther, to be honest, because I don't think that they're going to redo that head sculpt. I think they're just going to reissue it. But so
That's what I'm worried
I
about.
want to say Black Panther, but I don't think that's going to be it. The most confident, I think the highest rated figure I have ever given, and I'm super confident where it's going to be like posing. I guess it's kind of a cop out because there's not really a full sculpt, but it's going to be that DX Vader, right? So that is, for me, the highest rated figure I have ever given. So I would give that a 9.9, not a full 10 because it's not made out of leather. 9.8 would be like a Mark III or the Battle Damage Mark 85, 9.8, 9.7. So for me, that would be the easiest one of saying I'm so confident. You can I pre-order that day one. You saw the layout. I showed it to you, but that would be a.
Yeah, no, because you made me do it. Just don't pull a wheel and pull out of it at the last minute, bro.
He'll pull out.
So that would be. I never pull out, bro. But
Like
that would be.
It's strong, bro.
Cable.
It's strong.
Let us
Lion ass.
This
Doesn't pull
here
out
would
like
be.
You know you
Dude,
got the best.
I never. We're talking about figures, first of all. We never pull out.
It doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like it, bro.
Okay, so let's just stop it there. But anyway, this would be the easiest. Hey, if you're ever going to pre-order something, and because you just want to support it, because you want sideshow support, you can go to sleep knowing that this is going to be probably one of the greatest releases of all time. This is going to be it. I will say second and third Battle Damage Mark 85. Obviously, that's great. And Mark III Iron Man. But this right here, man, probably some of the this will probably go down as the best figure in my collection once I get it. Yeah. And that says a lot because I love Iron Man, I love Marvel, right? Fuck the Grand Inquisitor. Take this fucking yeah, this right here. This
You're gonna
right
get him too, Carl.
And you know what? Bro. They only have to get half the sculpt right.
Yeah, that's my point. But just overall, like this would be it. So
they will for sure.
Yeah.
And I hope they take out that fat suit, man, and just give us a more articulated Vader with movement, because that would be incredible to have.
Well, just to tag you back in real quick too. So if for my choice on Black Panther, that's one I think that they have to get right.
Yeah.
One I think that they will for sure get right is also the Scarlet Witch from Multiverse of Madness. That face sculpt is scary good. So I think they'll get that one good.
Looks
that's
that's
definitely a good choice. I'm just waiting to see what they're going to do with the WandaVision one. If that's going to drop soon, I want to see, because that's going to give me an idea of how the next one's going to look. If they get this one right, then I'll be excited.
Yeah, I'm getting the WandaVision for sure.
Yeah, the
WandaVision and the Logan.
Yeah, that's the one to have comments.
Yeah, Logan.
So, brother Cousins, take us home, man. What's your thoughts, man? What do you think is going to be that one? And you can't say Bo-Katan because I only think you're biased on that because of Katie Sackhoff. Which one do you think?
Shots fired.
Oh, we gonna talk about Katie. Oh no. You know what? I gotta agree with Carlos. I really think the Vader Deluxe. Yeah, I think they're gonna knock that. That's gonna be knocked out the park, because that's like, even if you're not into the Kenobi line, I think you're gonna get this. You're gonna get this. This is dope. So I think they're gonna knock this one out the line, knock this one out the park. And I think the second one, if I gotta say a second one, is the Toby Spider-Man. They gotta nail that. They gotta
You're right.
I don't know. I'm nervous on that one.
Really? What?
Yeah, I'm really nervous on that one. I don't know why, man.
You're just a hater, bro.
I'm not confident.
They'll get the suit right at least. So
but
that's gonna be some time. So maybe they'll have all the I'm lying. They ain't gonna get caught up. They probably never get caught up. They have time. So they have time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Another one I just forgot about was Wen Wu. They're gonna definitely. They got to get that one right.
Yeah. They have to get him in Shang-Chi and Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi was like perfect,
but especially Wen Wu, just considering how big,
and then considering the simple fact that they gave us an updated head sculpt.
Yeah, and it looks
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That,
So-
I know. I think Carlos and I were talking about Wenwu has like all the signs of like a future Grail. Like he's,
I think so.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because
He does.
You know,
It-
spoilers. He's
It's
gone,
on the
you
same
know.
lines as like a Yondu. Like
Yep,
it really is.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
'cause the character is dead. The head sculpt is good. The movie was good.
Yeah.
So it's just everything is good all around, and like you're not gonna get another Wenwu, and it's Marvel, so it's gonna drop, right? They're gonna do well because it's a huge celebrity in Asia, right? So they're not gonna fuck that head sculpt up.
Yeah.
So I think that's a Grail in the making,
Same
just
thing
like
with
Did
Cyborg.
you-
It's
Did
the
you
same thing with
pre-order that,
Bishop.
Carlos?
Wenwu?
Yeah.
No, fuck no, I wouldn't pre-order that. I'm gonna
I
wait
did
for
at
that
one
to
point, but I
drop.
canceled it.
No, but I have four. I think I have a Mark III.
Will you canceled
Black
yours?
Panther, Mark, and
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
Yeah, I
Yo, you
did
have that?
because it was like it was a free pre-order from Alter Ego, so it was no NRD. And I know for a fact that that figure is going to be cheaper. I mean, it's you know, that's why
Grail,
like I
though.
said, layout. There's
Grail.
in art is the only thing I've really pre-ordered as of recent. I mean, in terms of like you know actually pre-ordering something, like you know, I just feel like yeah, man, like any pre-order you can get out of with like no NRD or something like that, you should cancel it because it's like you know Wenwu's going to be available, so
Yeah.
he's
What
gonna
do you guys
be
think
cheaper.
about what about Sam Wilson as well? The
Yeah.
new Cap. His
That
promo
head
was
sculpt is
awesome.
like a 10.
It's
right?
gonna look good
Oh
because
my
it's gonna be
God.
covered. Because its face is
Yeah,
gonna be
his face is
covered.
But you can take it.
covered.
You can take it off though, can you not? And see.
Yeah,
the
yeah. But what I'm
actual
saying
sculpt
is
underneath?
like typically a covered face is just gonna be an easier to nail as opposed to
Right.
Oh,
Not as
100%.
much. Yeah.
I don't
not
feel
as high
like-
stakes.
Yeah, I think that,
That
was fine.
is that's super high stakes right there because of what they showed, and the head sculpt looked amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
So again, I forgot about that, bro. Like that figure is another that they have to get right.
They have to get.
They definitely got to get that right because that.
Do you
piece
think
is
they
incredible,
update
man.
the Black Panther sculpt though? Because that's
I
from
don't
the
think so.
I think they'll
I
have
don't know.
because that's from the original.
I think
figure,
they
right?
should,
The solo
but I don't
movie.
know that they will. But I don't.
You know what?
They
Here's
need-
the thing. I think that it's an opportunity for them to do it, and the reason why I say that is because of the simple fact that they did hear that, but even back then there was pushback on the one that we got.
Yeah,
Like people were upset about it. So I think that they're going to have to kind of remember those things and say, all right, we have the opportunity to do better this time. So hopefully they can pull it off. So I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but again, I'm skeptical. I just have to wait and see
Yeah.
because the thing is, it's one of my favorite figures, and they have to get it right. They literally have to get that right. And if they don't, I'm gonna be heartbroken. So I'm just going into it with low expectations. And if they do give it to us, cool. Yeah.
if they don't do it good, are you gonna try to go get that V Collectibles? They did a really good sculpt for it.
I
Oh,
know.
Yeah,
it's
they did.
expensive though. Really
It's
Great.
Yeah.
It's like $600 though. It's pricey.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Got Proc. Proc was going to come in, but he has some things come up. But he'll be here next Wednesday. So, Proc, thank you for that, bro. Can't wait to see you and get you on here, man, because it's going to be a battle of the voices then, because you know what I mean? Got Proc and Cam coming in. Cam had a prior engagement as well. So, Cam, I'll see you next week as well. Boys, it's been a great discussion tonight, man. Thank you very much for that, man. I mean, again, we can't go past Will's breadsticks and bedtime, man. So we got to basically make sure. So again, thank you guys for basically being here. Thank you, the viewers, for actually being here. And also, I just want to thank our new sponsor. We
There
got
we go.
thank the new sponsor, the Will Rossification Fast Growing Hair Care Products. That is Will Foxification's Hair Cracks. So I'm telling you, if you got the need, bypass the weed and get you some grease. Always,
Wow,
my man,
that
Will
was
Rossification Fast Growing Hair Care Products. Bumble Club.
Hit them with the guang guang. Guang, guang.
With the Guam one. Straight up.
You not
man.
talk like that.
Yeah, straight up, man. So definitely thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna start with you, Will, first, man. What you got coming up besides the foxification hair grease?
Dude, yeah, I'm really excited about the new line I'm starting. So it's get out of the way in art. We got this shit coming up. So I'm here to take over collecting, obviously. But dude, thanks so much for having me as always, Lael. Dude, Friday you're gonna be on.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be some fun.
Lights, Camera, Collect, dude. You and
Hell
I will be
yeah.
there. So 5:30 p.m. Eastern for that, and then Sunday Collectors Mingle. 8 p.m. Eastern. I know, Leo, you're always there. Carlos is there. I think Brother Cousins is going to be there this week.
Yep.
So, and I think,
Brother Cousins gonna have booty.
yeah, he's selling his collection live on the stream.
Oh, wow. He's auctioning it?
Yeah, he's
I've never
auctioning it
wanna
off.
live
It's going to
that
be an auction. thing.
No, you're not.
Uh,
Carlos
So,
is gonna hit you up after the show and be like, "Yo,
Oh yeah,
Bro, I got to get some of that.
I know. It's and then we'll have reviews with Rich on there, and I think Ben's gonna be on there too.
okay."
So we're gonna have a nice
Sunday?
panel there. What do you say, Carlos?
On Sunday?
Yeah, on Sunday.
Oh, hi Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this will be fun.
it'll be like 4, 5 or something like that. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. Layout. Thanks for having me, man. It's always a blast,
always,
and I can't
man.
wait to buy Brother Cousins Terminator figures and maybe lose if he sells some shit. So
Brother
you know,
Cousin
Lou
ain't
might be
gonna
out of the game soon too.
Never
Oh,
live
yeah,
that down, bro.
I'm
Go there now.
some shit.
Bro, I haven't seen Carlos perk up so much. As soon as you said that, bro, his hand went up quick. So definitely, man. Brother Cousins, man, what you got coming up, man? Let the people know.
For
Let
the
the people
record,
know.
I would have kept everything. I just wasn't buying anything else.
You already said it, bro. You already said it.
It's too late. Can't take it back now.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna let that down. I'm not gonna. Tomorrow, oh God. Speaking of tomorrow, we got best of the best tomorrow.
Hell
so
yeah.
definitely, that's gonna be great. We got that going on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Definitely see y'all there. And then we got Saturday, we got me and Loco Lou. I think Loco, we haven't talked about it, but I think we each got something this week that we're gonna be showing on Half Show Saturday.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got a
Saturday, man. What time is it?
9:00.
9 a.m.
9 o'clock in the morning?
Morning, baby. Morning is morning cartoons for us on Saturday. That's what it is.
Bro, you know what? I just want to get educated. Can I come on with y'all?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Send me the link. I'm gonna come in with y'all. I just want to be educated. So I'm the only person probably on the panel that knows. I know a lot about the turtles based on the cartoons, but I don't know too much about it. So I want to get educated. I'm coming on.
Oh no,
Play that
Lord,
Super
Lord
Nintendo.
got
Oh man,
I got you. I'll send you the link. Say less.
Yeah, that sounds good. That's there you heard it here first. We got
Who else wanted who could wake up at 9:00 Eastern time? You know what I mean?
Fuck that.
I can't. That's like 6 a.m. for me. I'm always asleep.
You asleep? I thought you was the human party, bro. What happened?
Dude,
Hey, I partied till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
4 a.m.
Yeah, he
You
partied
partied
a
till
long
5
ass
a.m.
time.
Listen, there's something in New York that we used to
Yeah.
have a while ago. It's called the after hours. You know, that's
There
the
you
mom and pop's basement. So where you at?
Okay.
After
Teach me the
hours, yeah,
ways.
straight up.
Yeah, so we got that. So yeah, Half Show Saturday, and then Good Morning Grails next week, and it just revolves.
There you go.
Absolutely, same old. I'll be on Will's Sunday, and Good Morning Grails Saturday morning, and Anthony's I'll be on his Saturday evening. So yeah, full schedule this week. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Definitely can't wait, man. If anybody, like I said, if you haven't already followed Brother Cousins, Candy Cousins reviews on IG and YouTube, and please, ladies and gentlemen, don't hate him about his collection. He was just playing. He was just playing. Don't go knocking on his door like, yo, Jay. I'm saying though, I did see that 85, that 89 Batman, that Batmobile. Don't hit him up, man. Come on.
I called dibs on that already. Too late.
Bro,
I know you did. I did. You're calling dibs on all this shit. Carlos, man, what you got going on besides just trolling, man? What up?
Yep. So first, I want to say, thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate you letting me come on here and talk shit about cable. That's one of my finest moments. Appreciate that. Secondly, I want to say, detops look good, IKEA shelves look good, but module cases look better.
Oh, really?
Module cases, you're gonna need figures. Buy them from Tim Set. Toys buy an agent. That's all you need. And then third, Brother Cousins, let me get that collection, bro. I'll buy it all right now. Whenever you're ready, man. Whenever you're ready. But
Yeah, but Yobo said he's sending the U-Haul. God damn.
He said, let me get it. Let me get it. Come on, just let me get it. real
Get it,
quick.
man.
Did I tell you I'm picking some mod cases too?
Yeah, you did say it.
I have to, man. I had to. So
Yeah,
I'm excited about it.
we're endorsed now. So.
Yeah, are we?
No, we're not endorsed.
No.
No, we're not endorsed. But if you ever need anything to display your figures, buy module cases. Buy at least one.
Good advice. There you go.
Riley,
Oh, yeah.
the human party, bro. The human party himself, man. Riley, we count on you to give us the good news. I don't know how you get this shit. Bro, you must be like this.
Bro, it's 9 p.m. and I'm refreshing every time. Hot toys. No, that's it. But it's always prime time hot toys hours, and But thank you for the invite, Leo. I always love being on Say What. It's such an amazing show, amazing topics, and amazing people. Great panel you got here. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, man,
and of course, stuff going on my channel. I mean, hopefully we get that. I got that Clone Trooper shipping. I got that order thing. Like you, Leo.
One of mine shipped.
Yeah, one of mine says shipped as well. So hopefully they send the tracking and hopefully we get them.
No one cares, Riley.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. And saw that coming. But no one cares about your Mancha cases, bro. Come on. But
you're buying some.
No, I'm not.
I got you the hookup. What are you talking about?
You're talking crazy, bro. No, but KG, he's been a busy man, dude. He's always out doing going to parties with Zendaya and stuff. It's crazy. No. So he's we
Makes
might
sense.
not do Wonder Twins this week. Yeah, he's busy. But we'll be back. We'll be doing streams and stuff. Maybe we'll do an unboxing of that clone if it comes. And I mean, other than that, we're just waiting for more news, some more drops, more releases, hopefully. And it was a lot of fun. So thank you and appreciate it.
Could be something tonight. Who knows? Who knows? We never know.
And
cross fingers.
We never know. Ben, bro, what you got going on, man? What's going on with you, man, in your show, man?
Dude, so first of all, again, thanks for having me. Definitely appreciate it. Carlos, it was nice to actually meet you on a stream. I think this might be the first stream I've been on with you. So nice.
You're the nicest guy I've ever met.
Oh my goodness.
You're like the worst guy ever, Carlos.
Damn.
Good to be on with all you other angels as well. Love you guys.
Yes.
On the Ben Thomas show, check that out. I think I've got like 30 subscribers more, and then I'm at the 500 mark, so I'm getting close there. It's kind of a cool milestone for the year. I'm definitely excited.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing a little collection tour because I mean most people only get to kind of see what's directly behind me here, but there's lots of really cool random shit in this room. So thinking about a little collection tour at some point on the show. But otherwise, you can always catch me over at the live show, the main show on Collecting Weekly every Tuesday night. Those guys just got past 2,000 on their way to 3,000 themselves. So they're good guys. Awesome show over there. And then this Sunday I'll be on with Will Foxification there. So I'm excited for that. But anytime I'm free, buddy, let me know, and I will jump back in with you guys because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
so
man. Anytime you want to be here, you let me know. Anytime, any place, bro. You are here with us, man. And take us home. Loco Lou, take us home.
What's poppin', people? You know what to do. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, bell notification, all that on everybody here that has a channel, everybody here that has an Instagram, everybody here that has a Facebook. No, that's a little personal. But anyway, me, I'm a free agent tomorrow. Tomorrow I got, a day off. So let's see. I get invites and I pop in, kick doors in. You already know me, man. It's like, I'm your cousin. I come in, unannounced and be like, hey, how you doing? What's up? What's in the fridge? Let's go, pop a bed and just have a good time. You know what I mean? Friday, Figure Flex Friday. You already know Mega Flex. I missed last week. I had to catch up on some Z's, but I'll be good and refreshed for this Friday, Figure Flex Friday here at the 1/6 scale, man. And like Brother Cousin said, the other half of Half Shell Saturday, we got unboxings and reviews and some hell of a lot of news to talk about. A lot of things to talk about as far as reveals and steals and Easter eggs and stuff like that. Then this Sunday I'll be straight for Collectors Lounge.
Yes.
I'll be straight for that. And also this Sunday I'll be doing a live stream of D2, Destiny 2, on my channel. I'll be doing some more gaming stuff on my channel every now and then. We got the new season up, so it's all about the pirate season this year with Destiny. So I'm like, all right, I'm all in. Let's get that going. And then geeking out, on Sundays, Wednesday, let's see. Sundays and Wednesdays for geeking out. And whenever I get an invite from you for Wednesday nights and Mondays as Beams and Tuesdays on Mars sometimes.
Let's go. Well, let's go, man. Like, so glad to have you here. I hit up Lou. He was like, yes, I'm coming through. Carlos is in the background, bro. Let me on. I got some Cheetos if you want some. I was like, all right, bro.
Fingers.
I got you.
Cheetos and a lot of trolls.
Cheetos, trolls, and chopsticks, man. That's what it's at. Oh, that's gonna be a segment. Cheetos, trolls, and chopsticks.
Triple. I like that.
Triple, man. That's what I'm talking about, man, all day. Anyway, everybody, thank you for being here with us tonight during the discussion. Remember, Halloween Initiative is going full throttle. We will be rolling this out and going deep with this until mid-October. So definitely all proceeds are going to go towards the less fortunate children who need costumes. We're going to make sure that we get them those costumes by Halloween. So I'm telling you, I'm excited about it. I know the kids will be excited about it. I'm taking pictures. And you imagine me giving a kid a costume from Carlos. Imagine that. Just imagine me giving a kid a costume from Carlos. So I'm gonna give somebody an Iron Man costume, and it's going to be from Carlos. So I'll make sure I just do that. It's going to be incredible. But thanks everybody. It'll be great. Thanks everybody for being here. And on top of that, look forward to the video that we're going to be dropping. I'm going to be dropping a video either tonight or tomorrow about the raffle for the Iron Scavenger. This was donated by the one and only Funky Cold Santa, man. Thank you very much for that. So definitely that's going to be a donation. He just said, look, I want to make sure that I do this. He came through and it was dope. And I'm so glad. Oh man, we got Brother Cousins with the $10 super chat. Candy Cousins came through with it. You know what it is. He came through the sweet technique $10 drop from Brother Cousins for the kiddos. Man, appreciate that. Thank you very much.
For the kids.
And also definitely now just keep in mind, we got the Halloween initiative actually going on right now where you can donate. But if you don't want to donate that way, okay, now just keep this in mind. If you do not want to actually donate that way, you can still basically donate by contributions from the one and only Will Foxification and Will Foxification, fast growing hair care products. The first 50 orders goes towards the Halloween initiative for kids. So straight up, it's the first 50 orders, haircut, and he will basically, and on top of that, he'll make sure it's packed and still delivered to you. There won't be a 24-hour wait. You don't have to pay like $58 and wait 7 to 30 days for your stuff to ship out like Toys Wonderland. You can get it in a matter of a couple days from my man Will Foxification. That is Will Rossification's hair crack.
Yeah, boy. Guan.
Guam. Thank you very much for that. But then again, thank you guys for basically being here. Thank you for all your support. We wouldn't be here where we are right now if it wasn't for you guys. So always thanks for putting up with us. We got another super chat.
One more. Yeah.
Yamo, don't pay down payment on Brother Cousins Collect.
NRD, baby.
It started.
Dang, Jay. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Just gonna blow
It's
up.
starting already.
Sorry, bro.
It's starting.
See what happens.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
Brother
My
Cousins,
fault.
man, we got it. Oh, I forgot. We had a $1.99 super chat by my man DJ N. Loco Lou, love that Colossus. Definitely, man. So
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
again, everybody, all you guys out there, thank you very much for participating in today's show. Remember, be kind, be gentle, everybody, man, and just we here to talk about collections, none of the bullshit. We just keep it all about collections and having fun. So that's what we're gonna do, always, every day. So anyway, we love you guys. Till next
No
week.
fake friends.
No fake friends, definitely, man. We all brothers here all day, every day. We will see you guys next week. Peace out and love y'all.